Hello everyone, this is Yellowman, and today, well, this is where we left the last episode, the video Skelly farm. I think you can already hear something that is happening in my background. Well, do you wanna see what it is? Do you want? Okay, enough. Let's go in here and voila! There's already anti-cramming happening over there. What's up? Oh my god! A shower of video skillies. Jeez. Well, this is not usually the normal rate of them coming in, but it definitely built up when I was just getting ready to start recording. So yeah, and this is the storage that I was talking about. Like it is, well, I mean, we have only three main drops that we get. Well, technically four, but if we ignore the stone sword because they're useless. Um, yeah, so let me explain what is happening. This farm is capable of producing above 9,000 items an hour, and that's a problem. Why, you may ask? Because you see, hopper speed is 9,000 items per hour, and if you're having more than 9,000 items, then yeah, hopper cannot keep up with this. So what I had to do is pre-sorting the stone swords because, well, you believe it or not, we get about 4,000 video skellies per hour. Yeah, 4,000. That's crazy. Well, to be accurate, it's like 3,889 or something like that. But because of that, we get so many swords, and they all drop a couple of bone and a couple of these guys, the coal, and very small chance of dropping a video head, right? But all of these they add up about like 9,900 something. Therefore, we have to get rid of all those stone swords. So I added this bit in here, like there are like about 10 LAs. So when all these guys they drop down, oh my god, again. When all these guys they drop down, they're gonna drop a lot of stone swords, and that's gonna lock the hoppers underneath because we have hopper in here, and then the items will just float above them. So what I do is I will get all those stone swords, drop them on the note block, which there is a hopper minecart underneath, go into a dropper, send them to the lava, and we just burn them. And then the rest of the items and some of the swords will go up there. These swords will burn, and then the rest will just get sorted. We have then three modules of sorting, which video heads they just fall down in here, and then like this is by the way for like 1 hour. If you're wondering how much did I AFK, I AFK about like 6 hours or so. So yeah, I may or may not have much more than I needed. But then we get the coal blocks. For the coal, we have a crafter, which is like a 1v tile level crafter in here, and then it's gonna convert them to coal blocks. And then for the bone, we have double crafter, something like this. The bone comes in here, and then we read this hopper, and then when there is item in this hopper, that means that there are bones coming. So they drop in the crafter, and it's going to just make an observer clock, and then the observer clock will strongly power this guy, and then weakly power this one. Which, well, that's fine because we only have two recipes with bone meal: bone blocks and white dye. And we cannot get white dye because every bone converts to 3 bone meals, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the recipe for white dye won't be even available, so the only recipe remaining will be bone blocks. Let me maybe show you. That's gonna be much easier than just explaining. I get lost. Die. Okay, so now if I go in here, yeah, there it is. Like you see, it is doing the thing. Oh, that one was for the coal, and we can just go in here, and then the coal are adding up. For the bones, it will be bones will come in this one, and then in this one, and then yeah. Right now we have so many coal. There it is. So we get one bone in here, and then bones will turn into 3 bone mills, 3 bone mill, 3 bone mill. They turn into bone block, and then they just fall down in here. And yeah, I think I got about 42 stacks an hour. It is. Why did I drop my sword? I got so many bone blocks that yeah, they are falling down from this one. So yeah, there are too many drops. This is all the coal blocks that we got. Let me actually move them down. The reason that we have the coal blocks up here is just because I wanted to separate them to show you the hourly rate. So it's like almost 4 stacks of coal blocks, and then 3 stacks and a half of the Vidar skelly heads, and then 42 stacks of bone blocks. Which is really crazy because 42 stacks of bone blocks, almost a full double chest of bone blocks, is 9 double chests of bone meal. And you know how much my quad bone meal farm gives me? 3 double chests. So you cannot even compare this. So yeah, it's very efficient, and it's gonna give you much more than you need. I'm gonna also show you guys what is happening over there. Yeah, and this is, by the way, my AFK spot. This is like the a safe chamber, even though I mean there was only 2 incidents, and I was online. I wasn't AFK. So once there was a magma block finding its way, like baby magma cubes. So what I found was like there were 4 or 5 blocks missing Vita roses. So yeah, there it is. This is another one. I think 2 blocks are missing Vita roses, and this is problematic because these guys may aggro on the iron golems, and they might shoot them. So, and this is going to break the chain. So as you see, like whenever the Vita killers they spawn, they find the nearest iron golem, then the line of sight is blocked, so they go to the next one. So the moment that these guys go, these blades might have line of sight over the iron golem, and they might shoot them. It doesn't happen because right now it doesn't have line of sight, but if it flies, then they would. And I think there is 1 block missing in here. Yeah, like there are a couple of minor issues, and it's really tough to find out because if you turn on the light level, doesn't really help because like as you see, like Vita roses, they're not aligned in the center of the block, so it's really tough to find out. But I know that there is 1 block in here, and then there was 1 block somewhere around here, but I just need to turn my replay mode on and see where they spawn. Yeah, let's get rid of these guys again. They are filling the mob cap. And let me show you how did they spawn again on the platforms. There we go. They spawn, they see, they find a way to the last iron golem. They fall down, they go to the portal, and then we have 2 portals in the overworld, and then they spawn from one of them. They find a way into the second one, and then they spawn up right in here. Alright, enough of doing all these things. I don't want to stay any longer in here because, I mean, how much more of video skills do I want? Yeah, nice. Okay, now I have some stuff to do. I want to work on the storage system again, believe it or not. But this time, it's about the design, so let's get right into it. Oh boy, did you enjoy it? What a nice time lapse, right? What do you think about the storage system? It looks pretty nice, it looks neat. I think I got the vibe that I was looking for. Like parts of the machine is exposed, and then we have a bunch of copper and stuff, and then like all these lanterns. Oh, I love these double lanterns. They look so cool. Like the way that the lantern links to the lightning rod. Also, these guys, like they look like spring, so I think they look pretty cool. And I'm waiting for them to get completely oxidized, and then play with them and see what level of oxidization I like. Because for the copper bulbs, now they are exposed, which looks much better than the green. But for the rest, I still need to wait and see how they turn out to be. But yeah, I guess we achieved the look that we were looking for. Oh, I think there were like two of these copper bulbs that I need to wax again. I think it was this one, yeah, right? And no, this is fine. I think it was this one, but this is not aged yet. Okay. Yeah, but I would like to see them turn green. Like I was thinking about some sort of gradient in here. Like this one is green, and then this one is exposed, and then the other one, not the normal one. I think it's gonna look good because it is already looking nice. Like top body exposed, and then we have the lantern, and then the other lightning rod. But if you look down, I was busy digging because, well, I'm not really happy with where my smelter is. Not only the smelter, but also the B form and the rest of the forms. I think I have told this before. Having one chunk to just put every form in was kind of a mistake. I thought it's a good idea, but the connection is not the best, and there were some issues that I didn't really think about it. For example, let me just drop this in here. Oh, by the way, I added an indicator up there, so when there is items, it's going to turn on. Just a minor adjustment. But yeah, so there is some issues. It happens quite often, and I need to do things manually. Like you see that guy stuck over there. It's not because it is dropping items. It is because in this guy we have pumpkins. Now, what happens is they draw items, and there is a chance that when this upper minecart is moving in here, the items will fall down and drop into the minecart, finding their way into the crafter. So, yeah, this is the big issue, and it happens so often. Like we already saw this on camera, right? The item they fall into this. So yeah, this is one of the biggest issues that I have, and I don't know how to honestly solve this, other than dropping the item like one block further so they don't collide. Yeah, there we go. I think it happened again. No, not really. Well, because the hopper is full, but otherwise it didn't happen. So yeah, I think this is not really the best idea. And about this guy, um, it's a good design, but it's not in the best place. So I dug this hole. I initially wanted to push this into this hole, but I'm not still 100% sure. Maybe I come up with some design so I can also have some life in it, like show the life, because look at it. We have really nice bees, and then we have the copper golems, but then they always suck in a bunch of chambers. So it is too industrial. It is very efficient though. So we have all these blocks, and then all these honeycombs. But yeah, it doesn't really have the best look. What about this guy? Why am I not happy about this one? It's because it's not in the best place. Like, I mean, come on. It's not really accessible. I need to go in here and then drop them in here and then take them from here. So yeah, and then we have the bamboo farm above it. So I would rather come up with my own design so I can just control it from my storage. Imagine like in my storage, let's say we have some chests somewhere in here, and then we can just drop them and goes to the smelter, and then it comes back up with some with the smelted items. Oh, I forgot to show you this part. Well, it is empty at the moment. But what happens is I'm gonna have a re-gearing chamber. So I will just go in here, and then it's going to power all these guys. So it's going to supply me with all the armor, and then some of the items like my shovel, pickaxe, all these kind of things, like the non-stackables, they will drop from this one, and my hotbar will be in here. So yeah, I think it's good to have the regearing chamber and regearing station, let's say, because let's say if I die, which never happens, not because I'm professional, but because I always have two tokens from dying in my inventory. So let's say if I die, then I can right away come in here, get my stuff, and then fill my hotbar, and then easily leave. Cool. Let me just drop these guys in here. Very nice, very nice. What is the next project? Well, besides digging down, I want to visit Ancient City. I mean, I have already visited one, like half of it maybe, and I did it like the coward way with Elytra and just fly and find a chest, break it, get everything, and get out. And with that, ooh, do you notice? I'm moving fast because I got my Swift Sneak 3. But I would like to have more of those because, well, you know, I have a Swift Sneak barrel up there in my trading hall. So I don't mind have a couple of Swift Sneak books inside of it. So yeah, that's gonna be the next part. I'm gonna show you the Brave Way, the Coward Way, and the I guess Ultimate Coward Way. But you'll find out what am I talking about. All right. This is the brave version. We go naked with, well, I mean, I do have totem from dying. I know. But, I mean, it's fine. The warden can kill us anyways, even with the totem. But, well, we decided to just walk inside the ancient city. Even though I have already raided maybe 4 or 5 chests in here. But this is a massive ancient city. And yeah, we decided to go naked in here and see if we can do it the way it is supposed to be done. Alright, this was a brave mode. Like, you go there naked, you just walk around, you let the wardens follow you, chase you, and you kind of trick them. Now, we want to do it in the coward way. Well, not much of a coward way, but maybe like more of a rush way, because we're gonna just grab our Elytra, just go there, grab chest as soon as we can, and just leave with gamos on. Alright, this was a coward version, where we just use our elytras and gamma and all this kind of stuff, and then it was quite easy. But here is a third method. We need to use some redstone and disable the shurikens. So here is how it works. Shurikens, they share one status globally in the entire world. Well, of course, the ones that they are loaded. So what they do is they have a cooldown, and once a shuriken is triggered and it's trying to summon a warden, status globally in the entire world on all of the shurikens will be set so no other shuriken can spawn a warden. Although it's not about spawning a warden or not, but when a shuriken is shrieking, it will share that status with all of the shriekers, and it is per player. So what we can do is it's designed by the way by Mango. So what we can do is in an ancient city we'll find a shrieker and keep shrieking it every once in a while. I think it's like 10 seconds or so. So no matter how many other shriekers we trigger, but because of that shrieker that is kept being triggered, it will disable all of the other shriekers. So yeah, that's what we will do. We keep shrieking a trigger forever. And well, of course, you will need a chunk loader as well to keep the redstone going. But it's gonna be per player. So let's say if there is just one warden switch in your ward, and you go with 2 or more players in an ancient city, they're going to trigger the shriekers and they're going to summon the warden. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you guys are going to the ancient city with a group of people, you need to have a warden switch per player turned on, and it has to be loaded in with a chunk loader. So now let's go back to one of the ancient cities again and find a shrieker that is kind of alone, that is kind of isolated from the others, because we need to have like a 11 by 11 area, I think, around the shrieker, and then we need to create the mob switch over there. So we have a clock down there, which every 10 seconds it's going to push this piston, which is this one, as you see, and there are a bunch of arrows on top of this. So the arrows will make a noise with the sculpt sensor, and then, well, you cannot really see anything. Let me maybe move away from here because it is getting quite dark. But well, these darkness effects doesn't really mean anything. It's just because of the shooter being triggered. Yeah, apparently even if I do free cam also, it doesn't work. But yeah, anyways, so what happens here is we're gonna trigger this clock, and then it's going to throw these arrows, making a noise and triggering the shrieker. And then this is a hole. It's like 11 by 11 by 7 from bottom and top. It should not be any block around the shrieker. And what happens is it tries to spawn a warden, but it fails. Therefore, it's not going to spawn the warden. But during the cooldown of this shrieker, all of the shriekers in the entire world will be in the cooldown. Therefore, they're not going to spawn any warden either, because like it's just like a single tone. If you're a software engineer, you probably know what it is, but it acts like a single tone. So all of the shriekers, they're going to kind of be disabled. Therefore, let's maybe find a I don't know. Do we have any shriekers in here? There it is. So now even this guy is not going to be triggered, because there is one single shrieker busy in the entire world. Oh my god! Apparently my timer was not working. I don't know, maybe there is something changed? I don't know. Ah, interesting. Then I guess I need to do some research, because this guy is working, and this definitely is a loaded chunk. That was crazy. This was not actually supposed to happen. Excuse me, Mr. Warden, I just wanted to be a coward and raid all of the ancient cities in the world without you being bothered. I'm sorry, Mr. Warden. That didn't went well. Okay, so I think I found a problem. Yeah, it was a very minor problem. I just forgot to set my repeater on 2 tick. It was on 1. So I think that was the issue. Although I think in general I should not jump on top of these guys. You see, like when I move, they don't really shriek. So that's fine. So this guy is on cooldown. What if I move on it or jump on it? No, it is also fine. Okay, yeah, I guess that was it. I guess it was because of the repeater. Because without the repeater, what I noticed was every other bit it would skip the shooter. So it would trigger it once and then don't trigger it and then trigger it again. So what would happen is in the second time that it wasn't triggering it, it would allow the rest of the shriekers to summon a warden. But right now it looks that it's fine, so yeah, it is okay. Cool. Very nice. So with this warden switch, as I said, yeah, like you need one warden switch per player. So if rest of the boys they join in, we cannot really do this, and we need to have more warden switches. And by the way, like doing it this way, having a pit is completely unnecessary. I don't know why did I like do this. You only need to do such a thing if there is like a cave or something underneath the shooter, because a warden can spawn until like a 7 block underneath the shooter. But if it is solid like this, I could just water or carpet the top of the blocks. So yeah, I think I dug a lot of unnecessary deep slates, which is fine. I'm gonna just take them with myself. I will need dark blocks, anyways. So yeah, that's it basically. I have already raided this ancient city and two other ancient cities next to this one, the one that we did with the Lytra. But I will do some raiding off camera and see how it goes. But it is not really necessary. I already have the Swift Sync. I have a couple of Swift Sync backups, so I'm good. I'm good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. I would love to hear about your ideas. So if you would like to see something that I do, please do let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next episode, this is Yellow Man. Have a good one, everyone.